Hi, everybody. It's Jay.
What's good, everybody? And I'm Zell.
And this is M3, where we talk about everything marriage, motivation, money, and more.
Yes. Today, we've got another great episode for you. We want to thank you for tuning in and checking us out. Yo, give them the disclaimer.
We are not marriage counselors. We are not therapists. We are just living our good old married life on our terms and the way we want to. Take our advice if you want to, at your own discretion.
Or feed it to the dog.
He don't want it.
What
I told y'all every episode, he don't want it.
The dog might want it.
Don't. Y'all don't want to have the time. What would the dog want? I'm just saying.
Yo, happy belated Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Had a good time and enjoyed yourself, because I enjoyed myself with my Valentine. Give me some sugar. Oh, ain't that sweet?
Ain't that sweet?
All right, let's get into it. What you got?
Let's see. What is our first topic?
First topic.
How do you deal with stress and anxiety?
Take a drink. Is that your answer?
Sometimes you need to take a drink.
Sometimes people do handle stress and anxiety by
drinking,
drinking, drugs, doing things. How do you deal with stress and anxiety?
I need to be alone to deal with stress and anxiety. But I got children.
They won't let you be alone.
You know, sometimes as parents, as mothers, we don't get a chance to deal with it.
Okay. I deal with stress and anxiety by I think I need to be alone as well. You know, take a ride. You know, just go for a ride in the car. Get some space. Get some fresh air. Exercise. Exercise helps. Exercise helps me. So, you know, working out. You know, just getting the blood pumping. Getting, you know, my body in motion. Staying active. I think that helps. That helps with the anxiety. Because I've had an anxiety attack before. I can recall at least one true anxiety attack, even though sometimes you just deal with anxiety and you're like, it's a lot. But having a full-blown anxiety attack, it's a lot. And I just need to leave. I was like, ooh, I need to leave. Like, my heart was pounding and
it's real,
stressing out. And I was like, I gotta go. Deal. I needed to just leave, get some fresh air, go for a ride, clear my mind, clear my thoughts. Prayer helps. Meditation, whatever you do, yoga. And, you know, I used to write a lot. So I don't write as much as I used to. I used to write poetry that helps to
they say
get rid of things, you know, that I'm dealing with. It's like, how do you express what you're dealing with? Because as men, I know you express, you know, women, you know, and moms don't get the space. But as a man, we're not really encouraged to deal with issues that we should verbalize. Right. So a lot of men act out in violence when they deal with stress and anxiety, which is not an ideal way to do it. But even as a little boy, they tell little boys, man up, suck it up, you know, get up, you know, suck it up, boy, get out of there. You know, don't express your emotions. Don't cry when you feel like crying. Suck it up.
It's okay to cry.
Sometimes you need a good cry.
I think we need to change that.
We do
with our young men. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be emotional. You got to let that out. Otherwise, you grow up to be dysfunctional, not knowing how to communicate. Men.
I think the one emotion that men feel comfortable expressing is anger, which is not a great, you know, emotion to always express. So what about all the other emotions that we deal with? So just being able to tap into those other emotions, I think will help all of us, right? So if a man is dealing with a woman, like, yo, all you want to do is be angry. Like, that's not good for the family. That's not good for your old lady, you know, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your boo. It's not good for the kids. It's not good for you. It's not healthy. You know, like physically, it's not healthy for you. You deal with high blood pressure, stress, heart attack, strokes. Like,
those are real things, real issues that we deal with.
Absolutely.
That people don't talk about because you have let this stress and whatever you're going through overtake you because you don't want to express how you feel, or you feel like you can't express how you feel because you met with criticism and judgmental spirits in people because
True.
they don't understand how to deal with you. So, well, they don't know how to deal with their own emotions. So their first response is to lash out because you feel in a certain way. So now they gotta lash out so they can match what you feeling.
True. So we got to do better. We got to all do better in regards to dealing with our anxiety and stress, and taking pills and drinking and doing drugs is not an ideal way to deal with it, even though some people deal with it that way, because when you come down from that high, those problems are still there. So let's find better ways to resolve those matters. And sometimes even talking, counseling helps, right? I'm going out with my girls. I'm like, great, enjoy yourself, have fun. I'm not like, why are you going out with them again? I'm like,
so we can talk about you because you're getting on my nerves.
Is that what y'all do?
No, it's not. It's not what we do.
That's what you heard on the Facebook?
Like they say, and like our pastor said when we got married, everybody not supposed to be in your business.
Very true.
Because you mad at that person for that moment in time because y'all have had a rift. You talk to your friends about it. Your friends can't let that go. You don't let it go. Your friends ain't aware that they were supposed to let it go too. So now the attitude they had, because you had that attitude and that feeling towards your mate, now they still got that attitude and y'all done moved on.
Keep people out your business.
Keep people out your business.
So find a trusted person to talk to. Get out there, exercise, write, get a journal.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things you can do.
Journaling is good.
It's a lot of things, yeah.
You just gotta find the time and the space to be able to write and express your thoughts and put it down, to release it. You need to release that stress and anxiety. I remember for me to get a peace of mind, I have to go and sit in the car. And mothers could probably relate. Sometimes you just need to sit in the car.
Sometimes you need that. You pull up to the crib and you don't go in. You're
just
just like, I just need to be
car.
here for a minute. Listening to music helps sometimes, you know. Sometimes people need to listen to something that can help clear their thoughts. I know jazz music, sometimes gospel music. It could be R&B, it could be hip hop, whatever you do. Sometimes just listening to music, just, you know, clearing your thoughts sometimes.
Sometimes you need to be in the car with silence, because as soon as you walk through that door.
Sometimes that too.
Is mama, let me tell you. Mama, let me show you. Watch, I can flip today when you could flip yesterday. But you can flip better today.
What else we got?
What's the difference between a job and a career, and finding your purpose in life?
That's a good one.
What's the difference between a job and a career?
Sometimes people relate to their job or their career as their life. Like, what do you do? I'm a doctor. What do you do?
Yeah.
I'm in transportation. What do you do? I'm a teacher. What do you do? Like, that's just all they do.
You mean as in terms of like
describing, like, so what do you do? And it's like, oh, you know, what about I bowl? You know, I like to write poetry.
Is that a job?
Sometimes people don't ask you. They just like, what do you do? Sometimes they're not asking you. What, like in America, we always think that it's about what do you do as a job. But in other countries, sometimes it's actually, what do you do? Sometimes it's like, what do you do for fun? Like, do we have to ask, what do you do for fun? Because we're so focused on our job, our career. And is that necessarily your purpose? Does that always translate to what you're supposed to be doing, or what you feel like you're supposed to be doing? Does it fulfill you? Does it fulfill your purpose in life? I was just watching another podcast, and you know, a guy was talking about football players, and football players were like, man, I got where I want to be. I'm a professional football player. I'm in the NFL. But what's my purpose? Like, I'm here. Like, I'm doing this as a job, but is that necessarily what your purpose is in life? And sometimes they don't correlate. They don't match. I've been at jobs great jobs, like good jobs, good paying jobs with benefits and insurance and 401k and all that good stuff. And I was completely miserable.
Because that wasn't your purpose.
It was not my purpose. It was not my purpose. So when you find your purpose and you live in that purpose, it makes life more fulfilling. And it allows you to be a happier person when you're not at what makes you money. You know, you're just happier at home. You're just happier in general. It's more of a sense of brings you joy, you know, and happiness. So there is a difference between job, career, and finding your purpose in life.
And sometimes it can be all three.
And if you can marry what your career is and what your purpose in life is, that's a good spot. That's a good spot to be in. What do you think?
It is. I agree. I mean, I think your purpose should be something that you enjoy doing, something that you would do for free. Like they say, whatever your purpose is and whatever you want your long-term career, I guess, to be, it has to be something that you will do for free. Like, this is what I know I should be doing. Like when people do community service and people do outreach and all of that, that's what they were meant to do in life because that's their purpose. I don't know, like a job is something that, you know, you get paid to do. You could either love it or hate it, but you know, you got bills to pay. So you're going to do that. A career could be equally the same and you're not purpose driven by that. So I don't know. I know whatever your purpose is in life, whatever it is that you enjoy doing is supposed to be your purpose. So go and do whatever you enjoy doing. Live your life how you want to live your life. As long as you enjoy doing such thing, then do it.
You know, I have noticed that some people find that they can live their purpose after they retire from their day job. So they're like, I work all this time because I needed to make money to support my life, my lifestyle, my family, my kids. Now that I've retired, I can do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they do that. They're like, I've always wanted to be a librarian, let's say, for example, but they don't, maybe being a librarian didn't pay the bills for the lifestyle that they had at that time. So maybe working at a factory did that. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, now I can be around books all day.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I don't know anybody who did that, but you know, you can do that. So I've seen people do that. But what if you don't live to retirement? Then you like.
Then you was just surviving.
Yeah. And I don't want to just exist in life. I want to live in my purpose. I found my passion. I found my purpose, and it's in acting and stunt performing, and I love it. When I'm on set, when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as an actor, I'm like, this is it. Like, I feel like I'm at home. It's like, you know, when you put a square peg in a square hole, it's like it fits, right? Or a circle peg in a circle hole, it's like, yo, that fits. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when I do that, I'm fulfilling my purpose. It's like I'm where I'm supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And when I'm not doing that, I'm living my life in shades of gray, and I'm unhappy. What about you? Have you found your purpose? Are you living your purpose?
I don't know. Some days I think I'm living in my purpose. I mean, I think my purpose is really to help people. I think that's my purpose. I think that's why I draw so much to property management and just helping people. I think that is more of my purpose. So I don't know. Still got a lot of life to live, so my purpose is ongoing.
The evolution. Yeah, we talked about that, right? Constantly evolving. Yeah. Let's continue to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What else we got?
What's the difference in friendships between men and women? I don't know. Difference in friendships between men and women.
So women friends. So your friendships with your girlfriends. So, you know, or do you have friendships with men as well? Like, you can, but what do you think? Like, okay, so like I think the question was like men and their friendships and women and their friendships. So your friendships with people is it mostly same-sex friendships or is it opposite sex
I would
friendships?
say now it's more of same-sex friendships.
Okay.
When I was younger, I had a lot more male friends. Um, when I was younger, because I was a tomboy, so that's what I gravitated to. Because really, women got on my nerves because they talked too much and they was too catty. For me, that's just for me. When I was in my youth, for me, that's what I experienced. And women have jealous hearts against other women. Not all women, some women. So I've never been about the competition or competing with somebody else. I always been on my own level and did things the way I wanted to do things and moved how I wanted to move in accordance to how I was living my life. And jealousy didn't fit into that role. So with male friends, I had more freedom to be who I was because they wasn't trying to compete with me. They just wasn't, you know. So, um, and I wasn't trying to compete with them. I don't like competition. I mean, it's I guess it's healthy, some may say, but not for me. I think we all I think there's enough room out here for everybody. And I've always thought that. I always felt like that. There's enough room out here for everybody. There's enough space in the world for everybody to exist and be great and whatever they're going to be great in. So when I was younger, I had more male friends. As I got older and my male friends got married, it, of course, is the shift that happens. So now I have more girlfriends that I talk to and communicate with. And there's no jealousy, it's no you think you better than or nothing like that. So I think those are the friendships you strive to have in life where it's no competition. It's like, hey, we can get together, we can talk every day or we can talk once a month. But we know if we need each other, you there for one another. I don't think it's like high school, like, oh, if you ain't talked to me yesterday or you ain't talking to me tomorrow, then I did something, we must not be friends no more. When you in high school, that's how you be feeling sometimes. But when you get older and you mature more, you like everybody got their own lives. We all married, we got kids. When you get home from work, when you work, you barely have enough energy for yourself. And you have to come into your home and give your energy to your kids, to your husband, as much as you got left to muster up. So if you don't talk to your friends every day, as friends, you understand, like, we ain't gonna talk every day, but when we talk, we gonna laugh, we gonna joke, we gonna cry, and then that's it. So I think having healthy relationships as adults is good. I answered the question somewhat up in there, but I gave y'all a little extra. You're welcome. Now it's his turn.
Okay. I don't think I ever. I mean, yeah, I think I have I've had a few female friends when I was
that
younger.
became our friends.
Yeah. So they just ended up becoming her friends, or they went away. I still have friends that I go out with that I went to high school with. I've got long-term friendships, and we try to get together at least a couple times a year. That sounds bad, right? But at least a couple times a year. We just, we got together last month. So actually, I probably need to put out and I think we need to do it more because as you get older, tomorrow's not promised to any of us, right? So as people start passing on and becoming, and being with the ancestors, we have to be mindful that we all have a limited amount of time here. So if you have someone in your life that you feel like I got to spend time with them, I want to spend time with them, do it now, right? Because we can't say, yo, we'll get together 2 years from now. Nah, you might not be here 2 years from now. They might not be here 2 years from now. Both of y'all might not be here 2 years from now. do it. Like, get together. So make plans. Sometimes I'm more proactive. I'll reach out to the fellas. I'm like, hey, fellas, you guys want to get together for lunch? And they're like, yeah. You guys want to get together for dinner? And they're like, yeah. We just coordinate a day, a time, and we go out. When it was really nice out, I would go out bike riding with some of my friends. We would go bike, like not motorcycle, but bicycle. Like just bicycle ride. It's great exercise. Again, that's a great way to alleviate stress and anxiety. You go out and exercise. It's a great thing to do. So just really getting together. Sometimes you go out for a drink. Like, hey, you and the fellas go out for a drink, 1-2 drinks, and you sit down and you end up grabbing a meal too. So you grab a drink, you grab a bite to eat, and you just debrief. Like, how have you been? How is life? How are you doing? And I think that's something that, like when you're younger, you hang out a lot with your friends.
You do.
Then you get older and you spend more time with your significant other, and you start building a family. And then you forget about those relationships. Like, those relationships aren't as strong as they once were because you're living your life, work, family, kids, all of these things. But it's good for people to still have friendships. My daughter told me, she said, Daddy, you need some more friends. She told me that one day. And I'm like, I have friends. I just don't spend time with them because I'm spending time. No, I didn't say that. But for real, because you spending time with your family. Like, you don't spend as much time with your friends because you spend the time with your family.
And life, I think life happens. Like, when you're younger, you have more energy. You can go. You like, I got off work on Friday. Let me go home, change, get dressed to go out. When you're young, that's what you're doing. Coming home 3-4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning to get up to be at work by 9 o'clock. It was no problem back in the day when you was in your 20s. But now you in your 40s and you like, when I get home, I just want to take off this bra and take off these shoes and sit down for a minute. Sit down for a minute and get my whole life together. Because that's where you at your space and time. Because you don't have as much to give no more. Because you in your 40s. The job done took all it could take, because that's what it do. It done took all it could take, whether if you working at a job or if you an entrepreneur, for sure. For sure. It done gave everything. Sucked it up. Now you gotta go home and be present with the people that's in your home. For real. Like, you home with your people that you have to now pay attention to because they want to tell you about their day. And you gotta be present to hear about their day. And sometimes you fall asleep on them. You ask them, how is your day? And you see this face? Because I do that. I fall asleep because I'll be tired. Then I wake up 12 o'clock and be like, okay, let's talk about it. And then he be asleep. But that's life. So you don't have as much to give. So when you can get out with your friends.
So you have to steal away time. Go out in the afternoon while you still have energy. Go out early. Like, let's have lunch at like 1, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock. You can do it early. Steal away some time. Go grab lunch. Because by 8 o'clock,
it's like brunch.
You ready for bed, baby. You ready for bed at 8 o'clock. You're like, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Your eyes salmony pink. Your eyes look like salmon. Like, you salmon pink eyes. You're like, you're tired, baby. You're tired. Your eyes are red. They're bloodshot red. Go to bed. It's 8 o'clock. Tired.
But I think you need friends who understand also that we might not get together every day, because I don't have it in me every day.
It's true.
I don't have it in me every weekend. I don't have it in me, because sometimes you just want to chill and relax. Okay?
Chill and relax.
So you need those friends who will be like, okay, if we get together once a month, twice a year, 3 times a year.
For real.
Every 2 years. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. I mean, because life is lifing.
Life happens. Spend time with your friends if you can, when you can. Go out.
And as often
Get a
as
break.
you can.
Get a
but
break
don't
when
feel
you
bad when you be like, oh, I just don't have it in me. And you look up and it's been like 2 months and you like, man, we really got to get together.
Yeah,
Because it's been
plan something.
2 months.
Yeah. So reach out to an old friend and say, hey.
Mass shootings that are happening in America. I had to slow down because I talk too fast.
Yes. So we want to send our thoughts and prayers to all the families and the victims of mass shootings that have occurred, most recently at Michigan State University.
Yeah, that was so terrible.
So we definitely want to acknowledge that. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out.
My God.
It's terrible. Like, so far this year, I read in USA Today that there's been 71 mass shootings in the first 6 weeks of the new year in
That's
America.
Terrible.
That's a lot. So, like, what do you think is causing all of these mass shootings? Like, I mean, probably every situation is different, but so many, like, that's a lot. That's a lot. 71 in 6 weeks.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with people. I mean,
I don't know if I had 71 meals in the first 6 weeks of the year.
Well, I know I ain't cooked that many, so
That's a lot.
If we did, we done ate out.
That's a lot.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, help us all. Lord help us.
That's terrible. I don't even know. You can't even say what is causing it. Like, what's in the mind of people who would just go out to randomly. I mean, some of them are, with the one guy, it was people he worked with, I guess. But, like, what makes you think that that's okay? I don't know. It baffles my mind because I don't know. I don't know what would have to be going through your head to be like you wake up and just say, I want to go and shoot up folks. Somebody got to die. Like, you can't even go to the store. You can't go to church. You can't go to the movie theaters. You can't go to school. Did I say school? Right. I don't know, but you can't go to school. I mean,
you get shot in your own house.
Yeah. Babies can't even brush their teeth. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, it's dangerous out here.
It's horrible.
Mental illness is real.
Mental illness is real.
Being able to talk out your problems and not shoot out your problems is something that we,
I don't know.
I know we have the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms, right? And the militia and all that other stuff, but we ain't got to shoot everybody. We don't have to go out shooting everybody every time we go out. Like, we don't. We've got to be able to deal with problems better than that. We've got to deal with our issues better than that. Find someone to talk to. If you feel like hurting someone, find someone to talk to. Someone trusted that you can talk to, that may be able to guide you or help you. And there's hotlines that you can call when you feel in a certain type of way. We gotta deal with it. We have to deal with it because it's too much. You don't feel safe anywhere. Like it's bad.
It's sad.
And crime has what?
Crime has no address. Crime definitely has no address.
Crime has no address. So we just have to always be mindful of where we are and, what we're doing and who's around us and how these people are looking. I've worked security before, and working security, you look at people's faces.
I think everybody
to try to read. You try to read people. You're supposed to read people and try to see what's going on. Like, if everybody's smiling and having a good time, that one person is frowning.
I think everybody is suspicious.
What's going on?
My husband is more of, oh no, they seem nice. No, I don't trust them.
You trust people until they prove themselves to be untrustworthy.
That's how he operates.
People do sometimes prove themselves to be untrustworthy.
They do. A lot of the time.
But you give them enough rope for them to hang themselves.
Right.
Like, here's some rope. I'm gonna trust you. Here's the rope. Oh, you hung yourself. Not literally, but like with their bad behavior, then you're like, you're cut off. I can't fool with you anymore. So that's I think that's definitely something that needs to be addressed in this country. Is
it gun control?
Is it gun control?
I don't know. Guns don't kill people. Stupid people kill people.
What? Foolish people kill people.
Okay. Foolish people, I guess. Stupid people kill people.
They do.
Guns don't kill people.
We have to do better.
The gun ain't gonna go off by itself.
It's not even if it's loaded, it won't go off by itself.
It's not gonna go.
And
off
they're
by
keeping
itself.
guns out of the hands of kids too. Like, lock up your guns. Put your guns away. Like, don't.
How about this? How about you not let your kids know you got a gun? We always want to show out. Let me show you what I got. Why? What a 5-year-old needs to know you got a gun for? What a 6-year-old needs to know you got a gun for?
Does not need to know.
The only person who needs to know is you and your spouse, that you keep that gun locked away in case something happens, and up so high that can't no kid get it. Because kids are curious. They see you doing something. You might not even notice that they see you doing it, and they see you doing it.
Very true.
But if it's high enough where they can't reach it, not even if they get a chair or a ladder or the step stool to get to it, because only you can reach it and only you know where it's at. Kids should not know that that is what you have. Unless you live out in the country somewhere and them kids need to know how to use a rifle. But all I'm saying is, kids don't need to know that you got no gun in the house. You just trying to flex, thinking it's cool. Next thing you know, your baby's done got a hold of your gun.
Yeah, they lack the maturity to properly discern when to use a weapon. And it feels like a game, right? You're like a toy gun. It's like, if I point it and pull the trigger, it's like you can, whatever you aim the barrel of that weapon at, you're seeking and looking to destroy that thing or that person. So you don't aim the barrel at anything you're not looking to destroy. And that's what needs to be taught.
Kids don't know. They see stuff on TV. They see stuff on video games that you allow them to play, and they
doggone video games.
And they just think that they going about doing what they have seen, and the people on the video games and the people on TV, they get up.
They do. Even in TV, you shoot and you get up, boom. Bang.
The video game, the next scene is the same person you just shot down or ran over with the car is in the very next scene. And that's, they not putting that together. So I don't think you should let your kids know that you have a handgun or whatever kind of gun you have in your home. That is for adults only. Like, you ain't gonna sit there and let your kids watch no porno.
I hope not.
Because you know who it's for? Adults only.
I hope not.
If you can't be nothing else in life, be for real. It makes you mad.
I feel it.
Just makes you mad.
We got to do better. We have to do better. Let's be responsible with handguns and handgun usage and all of
everything.
Just being responsible with our seeking help, and helping people to get help. Sometimes people cry out for help. Help them. If somebody's crying out for help them so that they can hopefully get the treatment or the therapy or the counseling or whatever it is that they need in order to, be better, in order to improve and not hurt themselves or others. I
mean, mental illness is a serious thing, and you wonder if some of these people that's out here doing all these shootings, are they having episodes? I mean, there's a lot of things that could cause you to just go crazy, especially now. People losing their jobs. People can't get a job no matter how much they say the unemployment rate has dropped. People cannot get jobs. People cannot hold jobs because they be in there stealing. They want to tell them folks what to do with their business. But people can't get jobs. People can't find jobs. And people hungry because they can't eat.
Because of the price of eggs.
Wow.
Let's wrap it up, wife. Go ahead. Closing remarks.
Don't know what to say. Let me find a good one, because Jesus Christ. Woo! Okay. Here's a good one. This didn't come from me. I got this from somewhere. I don't remember where I got it from. But without God, we can't. And without us, God won't.
All right. Keep it sweet. Keep it simple. Stay active. Stay focused. Stay motivated. And even if you can't stay motivated, stay consistent and stay safe. Love y'all. Appreciate you. M3.